this is the Values and Dapper bass, your effects, pedals, amp, solution, channel strip thing. Basically, it's meant to be your whole bass rig. But is it actually good? Let's find out next. This thing isn't exactly new, but I only stumbled upon it now because after a year-long break, I'm back to playing in church bands, and I'm mostly doing that as a bassist/vocalist. A good friend of mine was using it, and I really liked the sounds he was getting, so I asked him if I could try it out. I've had this thing for a few weeks now, and I've used it in band rehearsals, recorded with it at home, and played live with it a couple of times as well. By the way, I should mention, I have absolutely no affiliation with Valiton. I don't know anyone from the company, just borrowed this thing from my friend because I had 2 services to do and ended up also trying to record with it and stuff like that. Basically, sharing my experience of using this thing with you so you can make an informed decision whether you want to get one or not. And if you do, there are affiliate links in the description to this thing, and using those won't cost you anything extra but helps to provide food on my family's table. Thanks. As you can tell, the unit is kind of self-explanatory. Boost/compressor that you control here. There's a tuner when you hold down this button over here. It mutes the unit as well. There's the envelope filter. You can add fuzz to it. Then there's the bass amp. Octaves, you can go 1 octave up, 2 octaves up. Adjust the dry signal. Then there's the depth control for the chorus. Very simple controls. I love that. And a quick glance at the inputs and outputs. Guitar in, power supply through, so basically it just bypasses everything in the device and sends a clean DI signal from there. Send return, so there's an effects loop, and then there's out, ground lift switch, and then over here, so you can see it on the top cam, there's an XLR out as well, which sends out balance signal, which is pretty nice. And before you ask, yes, you can pretty much use every output on this device at the same time if you want to. And as you can tell, the I/O is actually really good on this one, and it allowed me to do some cool setups at a band rehearsal, for example. More on that in a second. Alright, I got my Sterling Stingray bass completely stuck. Here's how the DS sound sounds. Go for boost and comp. Then you can add the fuzz. Then the bass amp. And obviously you can combine all of these for some beautiful sounds. As I mentioned earlier, the I/O on this is pretty extensive, and I love that there's a through output and then there's like a clean output. This allowed me to record my bass at the rehearsal space. We have like a digital console there, and also use the through output to run it into a real bass amplifier that was in the room. So I was kind of monitoring myself through the real amplifier, but I was recording the slightly affected and compressed signal that was going on. And here's how it sounded. I kind of emphasized the bass in the mix a little bit more than I usually would do. When it comes to playing live, I was pretty much always using the boost/compressor because I like how the compressor kind of levels out the sound a little bit. You can have just the right amount of gain to get a little bit of bite, but this kind of still sounds like semi-DI. And then if you want to, you can kick in the bass amp as well and really shape the tone. And when it came to recording, I was again pleasantly surprised because the boost comp thing works for that as well. It just works. It's very simple but versatile with all the I/O and stuff like that. It's dirt cheap. Yet it's very well built, which is surprising. It doesn't feel like cheap. All the switches feel good. Like all the I/O feels good. Maybe the power supply feels a bit wimpy, but that's about it. You can always get a replacement mount because it's a standard like 9-volt thing. The tuner is maybe the weakest point of this thing. The display doesn't really give you that much information, just whether you know it is flat or sharp, but that's it. But you can always get like a clip-on tuner and have that handle. The ability to mute the whole rig from here is essential, especially when playing live. And just overall, a ridiculously affordable yet actually well-made unit that's a lot of fun and works in many kind of situations. And at this point, I want to thank my buddy Ville for playing a few tracks with his awesome bass. And thank you to Anneli for borrowing this. I might have to get one for myself as well. And if you want to get yours, as I mentioned, affiliate links in the description. If you liked the video, please consider hitting the like button, subscribe button, just hit all the buttons on the screen and good things will happen. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time.